Hey, everybody, how are you? This is Belwinder Marwaha and Spencer Bonin with another episode of Unlocking You 2.0, where we tap into your potential and make you the best version of yourself. So, today we're speaking about improving relationships, as we all are weak, but today is specifically about not looking and focusing on the negatives of your relationship, but increasing positivity in your relationship. So, with that said, Spencer, you've been talking about the heart wall.
hmm
Tell us how the heart wall comes into play when it comes to this in particular.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for that. So the heart wall in itself, like I was talking a little bit about yesterday, we come into this relationship with heart trauma where we have this previous baggage from previous relationships, previous situations, all this kind of stuff. Now, obviously we're trying to reduce the negative, and the thing is, or sorry, instead of reducing the negative, focusing on more positive. But with the
Mhm.
heart wall, it's really cool because we get the opportunity to focus on us and work on what's going on with us rather than like putting the blame on someone else or trying to
Yeah.
focus on the negative of someone else. We're actually looking for different reactivity within us because of our heart wall. So when we
Yes.
when we go into a session of whatever, motion code, body code, and we're looking for
Yeah.
um these trapped emotions in our heart, we're
Mhm.
finding this emotional heart trauma, and we're
Yeah.
we're releasing that to make you less reactive to what else is happening in your relationship. Now,
Absolutely.
because the thing is the more, like, let's just say you have bitterness, resentment, and hatred. Well, the thing is obviously
Mhm.
if we can release that, the less you're going to be able to focus on it, which means that, because the thing is if you focus on that stuff all the time,
Mhm.
you actually create more of it. If you're hanging on to this bitterness, this resentment, this
Yeah.
hatred, this all these things down the road, every single time you feel those emotions, you're just drumming up even more emotions, creating more heart walls, creating more other different trapped energies. And it's just that this perpetual, almost exponential cycle of creating more and more energies. So the more we
Absolutely.
can get in that heart wall, reduce that heart trauma, and prevent stuff from going on and creating more stuff, even in the future, it should help a lot with that relationship and help you focus more on the positive rather than creating more of the negative. Um, so that's my kind of take on the back end. How about you? Like, what else is going on here on the conscious side?
Yeah. So I'm going to start off with an interesting stat.
Mm,
The statistic is that 69% of couples will perpetually argue about the same things over and over again. Now, that's a high number, 69%. And the
yeah.
fact that you're arguing or bickering or in a disagreement about the same things over and over again means that regardless of any changes that you try to make, they're still going to happen. And the reality is we're all different. We're wired differently. Our thoughts, our beliefs, everything about every single one of us is different. So it's okay to have those disagreements. What you want to do is control the positivity.
Mm,
And that's where you want to come in and, be more positive, give more compliments, spend more time, positive time together. Make the effort to bring in more positivity into your relationship. And whether it's just the simplest things, hey, hon, the dinner was really, really good today. Or, pay attention to little details. Maybe it's an outfit, or maybe somebody did some cleaning, and you can just, that little thing that you would say to them that, hey, you know, that looks really clean. Good job on that, or whatever it
yeah.
may be. Just those little things that you do to um, bring more positivity to the relationship, more positive experiences. So we talked about yesterday having
Mm,
exciting date nights. Again, if they're positive experiences, you're going to have more positivity in the relationship, and that will outweigh the negative things that are going to come up, because the reality is they're going to come up. You cannot completely stop. If you think or have this mindset of, oh man, nothing negative can happen in a relationship, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
yeah.
Really focus on the positivity. And I'll tell you this right now is that nobody else is going to bring that positivity into your
Mm,
relationship. If you're expecting outside sources to do that, if you're expecting your significant other to do that, again, you're setting yourself up for failure. Only you can bring that positivity into your relationship.
absolutely.
So, with that said, focus on things. What can you do to bring more positivity. Make it not, I don't want to say a task because that seems like, oh God, I have to do this.
Exactly.
You don't want to have to do it. It should be second nature. It should be like, be appreciative,
Hmm.
have value for each other, and know, everyone has their little things. Whatever it may be, everyone gets a smile on their face different ways. So
Mm.
really know what that is in your significant other or in
Yeah.
your kids, or maybe it's your parents, whoever it may be, and just give them that little compliment, or take the time to make that phone call. Maybe you're listening to this right now and you're at work and you haven't talked to your significant other or maybe your parents in a while. Send them a message, pick up the phone and call them. That's bringing positivity into your relationship. And when you do that, it'll outweigh the negative things and they won't even matter anymore. All
Definitely.
right. So, with that said, Spencer, anything you want to add?
Not necessarily. It's just a kind of a quote comes to mind, and it's just what you focus on expands. So the more you focus on that positive, the more that's just going to continue to grow and grow and perpetuate and perpetuate. But it's the same on the negative. So the more you focus on the positive, the more positive that's going to come out of it. And I'm not talking about being delusional and not noticing things that are challenges and need to be taken
Mhm.
care of and addressed, but focusing on that positive will bring more positivity and will start hard to still it'll help install that and instill that in the other person and the other people that are in the relationship as well. So that's pretty much all I have to say on that. But if you guys like this content, if you love what we're doing, definitely check us out because everyone is going through different challenges right now. Everyone has, relationships are a massive, massive thing. Heart wall is a really big thing. Dr. Brad calls it the greatest discovery in energy healing. And
Yeah.
focusing on the positive can be really hard, especially if you don't have an amazing supportive network. So, you've got challenges. We've got solutions. Um, come come follow us on our page here or come check out this website. It's leadyourideallife.com and go check that out. There's a couple of amazing videos that are really start to excite you and inspire you. And then
Mhm.
aside from that, this Thursday night, 4 p.m. Pacific and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have our weekly webinar to deal with, the rest of 2020.
Mhm.
Because quite frankly, 2020 has been kind of an interesting year, we'll say. So with this, it's really going to show you some, just like we said, you have challenges, we have solutions. So this is really going to show you some amazing solutions that what you can do to set yourself up for the rest of 2020 and make 2020 the best year yet, as well as set you up for the future. There's only limited spots. I believe last time we completely filled up. So if you're, wondered, do I get on or not? Definitely book a spot because
Yes.
you don't want it to be gone because you definitely want to be on that webinar. Aside from that, is there anything else you'd like to say, Bally?
I just want everyone to tell you this Thursday is actually October 1st. Yeah, exactly. Where did, like,
Crazy.
what? Huh?
Yeah.
This Thursday is October 1st.
Yeah.
There's only 3 months left in this year. So about 90 days,
Hmm.
92 to be exact. So if you really want to make a shift in your life, those 92 days are more than enough.
Yeah.
Let me repeat that. 92 days are more than enough to make a huge shift in your life. And I'm not just talking, oh, I'm going to feel better. I mean like a full 180-degree shift if that's
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah.
And you might be thinking, oh, these guys do this webinar every Thursday. I'll get on next Thursday. Well, I'll tell you what, next Thursday is never going to come. So you want to make that change in your life. You want to take control of your life and really own the rest of this year. Then you got to take action. Let's make the rest of this year, those 92 days, the absolute best they can be, and the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So with that, thank you everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.